Hello again, Steve here, and today I wanted to talk about this term I heard not long ago, which I think is kind of funny. I don't know exactly what most people mean by it, but I'm just going to give some comments on it as I see it. The term is fart sniffer, and I believe it refers to somebody who maybe likes to sniff farts for sure, but is the kind of person who wants to get in and meddle with other people's lives, get in a little bit too close, right? Because typically, after all, if we sniff a fart, we should probably move away. Like we're a little bit too close. But those who stick around and you can see their nostrils kind of going, it's sort of indicative of somebody who just wants to meddle in people's lives a little bit too close. And it's a frustrating thing for not only the person whose life is being meddled with, but it's also frustrating for the fart sniffer themselves because, truth be known, we can never really control somebody else. Right? We can never really tell people. We could tell them, I guess, don't fart or whatever, but they're going to fart anyways. Because people are going to be people. People are going to be themselves. And to constantly want to change people is certainly a frustration for the one attempting, who it is being attempted to change. And it's also very frustrating for the one who's trying to change the other person because they can't. And I think the lesson here for us is to not do that, to allow people to be themselves. I was talking to somebody the other day who, he was given a raw deal by somebody on a job. But he tried not to get involved too much because, number one, he didn't agree on a price ahead of time. And secondly, he said, you know what? I'm going to allow people to be adults. Just let them be adults. And I didn't do my due diligence, and therefore I'm just going to let it go. Like he's not a fart sniffer in that case, right? Because rather than tell the other person that, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Now, that may not be fart sniffing. Like in terms of if we got a loved one, right, and we really see them going awry, and we really think that they could be our opinion could help them. To tell them our opinion, I don't think is fart sniffing. It's when we want to hang around, when we want to tell them and then expect them to do that, and now meddle and hang around to sort of micromanage their implementation of our dictates. Kind of like the nagging wife, right? The nagging wife gets in there and says, this is what's got to be done, and won't let go of it. It's like, once again, it comes back to the person who's in the realm of the fart, but won't get the hell out of the fart. Wants to hang around and keep on sniffing. It's annoying to the person whose fart is being sniffed, and it's annoying to the person who's actually sniffing it, but they can't give it up. So, I don't know. I would say that if we have any fart sniffing nature, we should probably give it up and let the farter have their own fart, because after all, very often a fart is enjoyable to the one who farted, but it's not enjoyable to anybody else. So let them have it. Let people have their ways. And as long as they're not overtly harming anybody, let them be, right? And as long as, especially if they're not directly associated with us. So, I don't know, that's just a few thoughts. I just think it's a funny term. And, because farts generally have a little bit of humor to them. But it is a nature within us, perhaps within us all, to want to control others a little bit. And the idea is to let go, especially if it's stuff that's not really harming anybody anyway. It's just somebody's ways of being. Because after all, a fart is just a way of somebody else, right? It's part of their nature. It's part of their being. And let them have it, right? For the most part. And let's not get in there and sniff and meddle in other people's lives. Steve here again, great chatting. If you like him, please like, subscribe, and share. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.